Okay, so I'm going to show you the way I learned how to shape a beret. Of course, I was in the Army, so this is how we did it in the Army. If you notice, it's flat. Um, there's a little pocket, not really a pocket, but there's like a little crease here. So it just lays down really nice. And when you flip it, that's what it's going to look like. And these were ones I shaped and worked on. You're not going to shape a beret overnight. It does take time. We were shaping Eladios last year, and it was looking too much like these to where his stood out from everybody else's, so we just kind of not made it so like these. I think when everybody looks the same, that's what you want, uniformity, especially for your competition. So it's important that all of your berets look the same. The way these fit, go ahead and record me. So it's, remember that little pocket I showed you? Of course, your rim's going to be parallel to the marching surface. This little pocket right here, you can put your hand there, and this hand puts it on the center, and you tug, 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 holding onto this the whole time, pulling it forward, tug, 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 and in the end, what you have is this cool little crease right there. Okay, you have this little cool crease right here. It shapes to your head, and I can't tell if it's parallel to the marching surface, but one of the most important things is that it's not canted too far to the right, too far to the left. Everything should be centered. Your flash over the eye. So as you notice, I hold this part down when I tug, because if I don't and I tug, it's going to slide this way. So we'll get to how you shape all of this, but I just want to show you a finished product. So keep filming. This is, keep filming right here. This is another beret, also one of mine. This one I think was a little newer. It shrank a little, but it's the same idea, right? I hold this, fold it forward, flip it up. This one shrank, it's a little smaller, but as you can see, parallel to the marching surface, and you just get that cool crease. It's sharp, it's not cool, it's sharp crease. Okay, so now I'm going to show you how we got to this point. So this is Eladio's beret, newer. So the first thing you want to do is, there's a lot of extra material on here that you just don't need. It's going to be harder to shape. It doesn't look as clean. So you get a razor, and you just gently, not too much pressure, like in a circular motion. So I like to shave, so I make sure I cover everything. And if you notice, I'm rotating the beret in my hand, or if you want to go long ways, whatever. And it's a light pressure, and you can see there's little fuzzies that come off. And if you haven't done this to your beret, then you're gonna get a lot of fuzzies. So after a couple of, as you go through, you kind of want to just clean off you'll have a lot. So you're gonna do your whole beret, every single part of your beret. You're gonna do that. Okay, you're gonna shave it, and honestly, this part can take you an hour and a half, but because it's light pressure. If you put too much pressure, you're gonna tear through your beret. So you have to go through evenly, okay, and consistently just go through and get every part of your beret, once you shave it, I would shave it at least an hour, right? It takes some time. Then you're gonna wet it. You're gonna drench it in water. Just soak it in water, drench it inside and out. You're gonna drench it. One thing that we do, I don't know if you guys do this, but before you drench it, actually, this little, where you connect your flash connects to this little backing. We cut it that way you get this little fold here. So I cut Eladio's, you can see I cut it on mine. Go ahead and zoom in on mine. Not zoom in, you don't have to zoom in, you can just like put the camera closer and then put it on this one and see how I cut them. Eladio's, we didn't go too aggressive with it, we just kind of cut one side of it. And what that allows is, when you cut it, you get that extra little, this crease right here. You don't have to zoom in and out, Eladio. You can just move the camera closer and further away.
I was making sure.
So it depends on how much you want to shape it when it comes to that. So once you cut this, then you wet it. You wet everything, and then you start. So yours is going to be shaped like a pizza. When you get them brand new, they're going to be like a pizza. So once you wet it, you want to go ahead and start getting your hand in here, just kind of just creasing it, making your lines where you want them. And then on this side, you're going to crease here, crease, kind of how you want it to end up looking like. So now it's going to be wet. So when you put it on your head, you want it to be soaked. You want it to be wet because that's what's going to give it its shape. The first thing I do is once I kind of get it kind of where I want to get, you palm where the flash is, you palm it, and you're going to palm it like this. You can put it on your head. Well, let me get mine.
Here, I can do it.
You can put it on my, you don't have to keep following the braid. You palm it, and then put it on your head, and then that's when you start doing your shape. Tugging. You want to keep this hand here. You don't want this hand to move back and forth. You're going to keep it here, and this is your base. And everything else is getting tugged hard. Tug it. Grab your fingers. Grab it right here and tug it hard. At the same time, the rim, it's not important that it moves up and down. It just, if it stays up here, the better. If this part stays up here, this is the part. You're tugging it, even right here. You're curling, I'm curling my thumb in and tugging it. The thumb is pushing up. So it's like a, yeah. And then you just tug. Once you're here, the thumb just pulls down. Right here, that's where the thumb goes in. Tug, tug, tug. Hand goes here. This part, tug. Now we're switching. This is my base hand. This is my tug. But not so much a tug, more of like a fingers go in. They kind of roll in. Push this, tug it forward. Everything's getting tugged. And what you're doing is you're stretching out the wool, the fabric, and you're shaping it. And in the end, it should be tight right here. Everything here should be going down, 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 down. Everything's down. And once everything's down, you just flip this up, give another little tug. This is going to take a couple days. It's not going to be done overnight. This was an older one that's been shaped. It took me a couple days to shape, and then this is the newer one. So you can see they fit a little different. It depends on how much work and wear and tear you put in, how much you work it in. So that's how you do it. If you have any questions, let Eladio know, and I can help you out, or I can actually show you in person as well. And then once they're shaped, they'll just lay down flat. Like I said, Eladio's, we stopped shaping it because it wasn't really going to match everybody else's, and it wouldn't look as sharp. Oh, very important. I know details are very important when you're in uniform. So this is a no-go. We would never, ever have these. So I don't know if you guys want to fix this, but what we do is we tie it, and you have to be careful. You cut it and then you burn it, so it just kind of turns into a knot. So if you notice, mine non-existent. Okay, so it's one less thing you have to worry about in competition. Like, you want your shoelaces tucked in, you want your tie, your hair, all these details, right? This is one less detail you have to worry about if you just get it to where either you cut it completely out, or if your beret's too big and you have to cinch it to where it fits. Cut these ties, and then just kind of a quick lighter to that to melt it so it gets stuck. But I think this is very important. You don't want to have to worry about these coming out. You don't want to tuck them. It's just a detail that I would definitely take care of that. That's it.